game. We've learned this.
I'm also not above murdering my brother, as I would have this past weekend if I'd been able to go.
So speaking of generic murder and problems, who remembers what happened last time?
I have a rock. It's a nice rock.
Actually, sorry, no.
Oh yeah,
You're
you
out of
stole my
Boston
rock.
Say.
You stole my shit.
I did not steal your rock. I made this rock. It's my rock. It's really nice.
You stole my shit.
What?
I will say, everybody.
Apparently, that like creepy. I think it was from the creepy.
You did take that fucking
Fortune
rock
teller.
from the circus.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't from the circus. So apparently, there was like this bag of beads or like magic beans or something that Kakan was holding that were meant for me. Because they're literally just chaos beads. What are they're like the fucking
They're like
deck
a deck
of
of
fortune.
many things.
Deck of many things, yeah.
No.
Except they're not bad. They're not that bad because it's like double the amount, so they're like half as bad.
That doesn't make it better.
Half as bad a total party kill is still a total party kill.
So,
I don't think
maybe
any of
one
them are
person
going to
will
do a total
live.
party kill.
So, Lord,
This is Izzy we're talking about? Of course they are.
So I popped off one bead, and Kakan popped off a bead. Bazu seems really horny now. And Kakan like lost control of his powers. I think.
No,
I believe he lost his pants.
I lost
the gauntlets.
I lost everything but my pants.
You're like suppression gauntlets or something.
Kakan has become the Hulk.
Okay, so to clarify, Lore, if you are familiar at all with the deck of many things,
Yes, I am.
They pull. Ziggy pulled the King of Spades, which is
Yeah, he pulls lose all your magic shit.
Yeah,
non-magic shit. He pulled Ruin, and Kenzie pulled the Ace of Clubs, which is Talons, which has an interesting effect in this game.
So,
I don't know what that is.
Don't worry about it.
Neither do I.
So Ziggy and I recognized immediately what this was, and I sealed it inside a rock.
Yep.
Smart.
And
I am pretty sure instant death effect is
I tried to get them, and nobody would let me have them.
Yeah, Mingwall's not letting you get those.
You also got the in.
You don't know that they're there.
Yeah, you also got the in-character explanation of these are seeds of chaos from the that had coalesced from the sealed away spirit of chaos, disorder, and darkness, Vatu, which was sealed away in the Tree of Time, which is somewhere over there, pointing towards the center of the spirit world, where this giant gnarly tree called the Tree of Time has its branches reaching up to the heaven. And as you all looked at it, you're like, that tree's empty. There should
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
Oh, by the way, we're in the spirit world.
Yeah, you're in the spirit
I
world.
did gather that.
We also
did finally leave Bossing Say.
Oh yeah, also there was 2 instances of Redacted where me and Ziggy were both and or separately pulled away by Izzy.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Also, Lore, we assumed you were bringing Grandmaster Sagan with you guys, if you still want to do that. So he's going to be 4 points as per usual. I pinned the ruling on how Sidekicks and Contacts dice pool works into the rules channel.
All right.
So, yeah. Anyway, anything else noteworthy happened besides just the Seeds of Chaos guys?
We have a friend.
Or is that really the stand-up?
Oh.
Oh yeah, who else did you bring with you into the spirit world?
Oh, the Spy Master, right?
You have the Spy Master, yes.
That is technically true.
Hope.
Yeah.
Which of you justified that?
Oh, we finally triggered that. We finally justified that in character.
The conversation finally made sense in character.
What did we find out about Kakan?
Oh, I have a piece of Father Glowworm inside me.
Papa hurt.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
And this is the reason why she's with us.
Oh, she finally
It's
refers
also-
to that as Papa.
Oh yeah, it's like that's the spirit Crash has been using is Father
Yep.
Glowworm's corpse.
Yep, we figured that part out.
Yep.
We just finally could say it in character.
Yep.
Alrighty, so with all that said,
for a little bit we weren't sure whether or not Crush had Father Glowworm or Baby Glowworm, so
That's fair. anything else weird that we've noticed in the spirit world? or is that it?
Hope is baby glowworm.
Yep.
Anything else you guys remember?
I mean, there was the weird
One of the
rainbow-
suggestions is we find Mother Glowworm to return baby
Well,
Glowworm to her.
there was the weird reverse rainbow teleport in, but I have no idea what that means.
Only Yira has that information.
I mean, I described it to a few of them. What it means, fucking know.
Yeah. Well, there was the reverse rainbow for some of you, and then there was the monochrome faded one, which the Spy Master had.
Yep.
Otherwise, yeah.
Those who are more spirit touchy.
We are debating.
In like my private channel so that I remember it.
I'm just going to tell you, and you can type it to me so you remember. The people that were reverse colored were...
Wait. Let me get to a text channel in here.
I need a little more context for this.
So as the Spy Master made a portal to get everybody into the spirit world from the Crystal Catacombs underneath Ba Sing Se's capital, using runes drawn in his own blood. And when the portal opened up, you all kind of phased through. For all of you who were not Yira, this was instantaneous, bright flash of light. For Yira, who had already started to meditate and sent mind into the spirit world, was watching from the other end. And people were coming in like waves of multicolor, effectively, like a rainbow. So they were shifting, like a red version of them, then an orange version, then a yellow, so on and so forth, until purple. And then all those colors snapped together, and you guys were physically in the spirit world. The people who had a reverse, starting in purple, then going to blue, then green, then yellow, up to red, are Kakan, Rizik, Nara, and Hope. And the person who also had that color identification, but was much more muted in nature, was Spy Master Hitu.
Wait, what color am I?
Reverse.
You were reversed upon entering the spirit world. You look normal now. You look the way your physical form normally looks.
What was the difference with my character again?
You were reversed.
You guys were reversed color. That's all that matters.
Which
All of us,
implies...
okay.
I mean, my first thought with hearing that some people went quote-unquote backwards is that some people were entering and others were returning in some way.
Yeah, I was figuring the people who are more spirit aligned than like earthly aligned reverse.
In any case, so you guys had been traveling for a little time, wandering around in a like dense bog-like area. You eventually came across a plateau, and that's where the Spy Master kind of pointed out different landmarks for you guys to take notice of. The big one is the Tree of Time. It is located in the dead center of the spirit world, and the spirit world, the spirit wilds that surround it, are constantly expanding. So the spirit world is an ever-growing plane of existence. However, the nexus points are at fixed locations within the spirit world. The one you came from is in like a dense swampy area that's relatively safe. He did point out that the nexus point you want to go to, assuming you want to end up at Ember Island, is the nexus point for the Forgetful Valley, which is deep in a canyon where the fog of lost souls lingers. And Yira, you also asked the question, so I'll just say it to everybody. If you want to go to the Sun Warriors' ancient lost city temple, there is a cave, and the nexus point is within that cave, but also within that cave dwells a spirit dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the information you guys have as far as last time goes.
Okay. We have a minute before I get started. I have to go to the bathroom. Apologies.
So I will let you guys discuss amongst yourselves. It looks like you guys were pretty evenly tied as far as where you wanted to go and what you wanted to do. So I will let you guys discuss for a bit. Well done, everybody just jump out once.
Okay, so we now have we have information about the tree. We vaguely know where to go. Yura's looking over to the tree with the giant hole in it. Actually, no, Izzy, I ended last session trying to step away from everyone else to find a spirit to ask questions of that seemed friendly. What would you like me to roll for that?
Well, that definitely sounds like an overcome action.
Sure. I use Principle of the Traveler of I've traveled to many a strange place and know how to tell when someone looks like they might want to be interacted with versus not.
Okay. I'll allow Traveling Scholar and Deduction for this one.
That's the one I was going for. I think 7's pretty good on this roll.
Okay. So, you step away from the group for a little bit. And, you're trying to flag down a couple of spirits. None of them are really paying close attention to you. But eventually you manage to flag one down. It's this tiny little turquoise, translucent rabbit that's ears are rapidly fluttering like wings as it, sails through the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Just a rabbit? Weird.
Well, its ears look like dragonflies, so it's a dragonfly bunny.
Oh, okay.
Seen here.
Here is going to
it's cute.
kind of wave to the rabbit. Hello. Hello? Can you understand me?
Choo-choo.
I could not hear you there, Izzy.
Choo-choo.
And this is when you get Mingwall's attention.
Yep, this is when I get Mingwa's attention.
I kill it.
Wait, what?
Choo-choo.
It's too annoying to be left alive.
Look, it's not you, it's fine.
Okay, so what do you want to ask this thing?
Mingwa.
Yes, I'm translating. I'm
Oh,
going to ask if it can understand me.
Oh yeah, I can understand you. How are you? What do you want? I've never seen you in these parts before.
We're new here. My friend has some questions, if you don't mind.
Sure.
hello there. Izzy. So, what do you call this area? And John, I'm asking, how long ago did that happen? Gesturing towards the tree with the giant hole in it.
I'm sorry, I can't understand a thing this one's saying.
Just assume I'm.
Yeah, I figured.
Simplicity.
Okay, so
Sorry.
So yeah, going back and forth with Minghua as the translator, this guy's just gonna be saying, "Oh, this is the foggy south end of the spirit wilds. All manner of us live down here, safe away from those evil mortals that keep trying to catch us and kill us."
They're able to come in here.
Oh no, we wouldn't want to go out there. That's why we stay in here, because it's safe. Anyone who tries to come in will eventually get caught and punished. Thanks to the Great Guardian.
I'm sorry, I came in late. Who's talking right now?
The rabbit that's on the screen. Yeah, that one.
The Great Guardian?
Oh yeah, he's everywhere.
Everywhere in the spirit world, or everywhere in the South Foggy Spirit Wilds?
Everywhere down here. Anywhere where there's fog.
And who's the Great Guardian?
The fog.
but the people who've been killing spirits are elsewhere in the spirit world.
Sometimes they manage to sneak in and then they try to attack us, but then the fog comes and traps them.
That's rude of the people attacking you.
Exactly, and sometimes when we want to go and visit the mortal world, they trap us. Some people have even said they've been trapped in these tiny little containers. Very small, very cramped, no living space.
So, out of character, it is definitely good we did not bring like some of the members of the Lotus group with us.
You say that, and yet you have 2 of them with you.
I mean, we don't
Yeah,
have
but they're the reasonable ones.
We don't have Samael or Stone Jin.
That is correct. You do not have those 2. As for what you're talking the tree?
Yeah, when did that happen?
Oh, terrible! Hunters came.
What?
Hunters. They've come before.
Did they look like the others who were killing spirits?
I couldn't tell. These wore masks.
Can you describe the masks?
Scary. Black. Red. Little dark eye holes. Ah!
Mingwell's, is there dirt or an equivalent to draw in?
Yeah, there's dirt.
Mingwell's going to draw, the shape of a Fire Nation mask and ask if that was the shape.
Ah! It's gonna go fly behind a boulder as it looks at your picture.
Immediately scuff it out and apologize.
Is that what it looked like?
Dozens of them! The one with big eyes! And the really big one!
A really big one?
Very tall, very wide, very hot!
Can I describe the Hellfire Bender?
No! No.
What?
Angrier! Much worse! He led them!
Can I describe...
Does he have a name?
Can I describe Kresh or Sekam?
Roll me...
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could describe Sekam.
Someone roll me creativity.
I would like to do that, please.
Sure.
That is the thing I'm great at. Just creativity?
No. Whatever else you want to try justifying.
Okay.
Can I boost with illusions, persuasion, and status
Sure.
to help paint the picture?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a little sculpture.
So that's just a +1, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's +2.
That's a
isn't
plus.
it?
Yeah, force +2.
Oh, okay.
I'll have Yuki boost me as well because she can do that. All right. Let's roll.
I'm gonna say, if it's out of combat time, I allow 1 boost, but you may take the better of the 2.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair. Is this an overcome, Izzy?
Of course.
I'm actually going to argue principle of the inner demon on this one.
Because it's your father.
Yep.
Yeah, that checks out.
Okay.
Go for it.
And
That's a 9. 10.
it's at least a 10.
10.
It's a 10, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you make who are you making a tiny little sculpture of?
Second.
Yeah. Rabbit's going to flutter down, get down on the ground, wander around this tiny little sculpture you have, and going to look up and say, "No, looked like this, but much, much bigger and hotter. So hot."
I was going to frown and sign. That doesn't make sense.
It does if Sekam has a spirit grafted into him.
And facepalm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he was leading them. Took the spirit out of the tree.
Can I describe Crash? I don't know Crash as well. Someone else.
You have never seen this individual.
Yeah, so someone else has to describe Crash.
Kakan and Rizik.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll describe him, but that doesn't sound like Crash at all. So
Well, I want to know if he was there as well.
Can I have done that as part of my boost, or do I have to make a separate?
Make a
roll?
second one.
Okay, so I think illusions because I'm trying to paint a picture because I don't think, or I don't think just doing I metal bend works for this with the powers I have. Would this be persuasion or former weapons inventor would be the better one?
I'll let you use former weapons inventor.
Okay, they're both D8, so it doesn't matter. And I do not have a principle that applies here. And I don't think Thomas can really boost when Thomas hasn't met this person.
Kinda correct. I mean, you can get a boost from Kakan if you want.
sure. Yeah.
Would your die pull be better than D6, D8, D10?
For describing Griff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What do you want to try?
I can do.
What do you want to try to
D-
argue?
Yeah, I mean D4, D8, D8.
Okay, yeah, you boost me then.
Okay.
Okay. That is a +1. Not great, but not terrible.
Any amount plus helps.
Okay. 6.
Minor twist.
Let's see, an 8 would still be a minor twist, right?
An 8 is a complete success.
You know what? Let's use a collection.
Okay. Sure. Have you guys ever actually seen a picture of Crash?
I
don't know if
have
you-
Out of character? No.
Okay,
Wow.
so Rizik, as you begin to describe Crash, you're just like this incredibly thin man with this wicked, almost overly toothy smile, constantly wearing these black goggles that completely obscure their eyes, this long wisp of white and graying hair that's pulled back straight and stands on end. And unlike most people in the Fire Nation military, this individual is always in a white lab coat with these blackened leather gloves. Enjoy your visual.
We get a picture.
Where is it?
Oh my god, it's
I
Yzma.
can't fucking.
Oh,
Can't fucking see it.
That's fantastic.
really?
It's Scientist Yzma.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you describe that, this little dragonfly bunny is going to be like, yes, he was there. He was carrying some thing towards the tree with the big scary guy.
At least we know Crash isn't what was in the tree, probably.
I don't know if that makes it any better. That's
So scary.
a problem, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
mean,
what happened after it got freed?
I mean, I've explained the avatar to people in game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is its counterpart.
So where is it now?
Gone.
It left the spirit world, or they took it?
They took it.
Oh no.
Tiny little jar. Small living space. Not comfortable. Not good.
So the bad jar that y'all broke.
The bad
No, that
jar
was
we
the
all
one
broke
that-
collided.
That was the word.
The jars that broke collided into an entity that was then that then fell apart and was dealt with.
That's not. Yeah, they're using the same technology, the same techniques, but it wasn't the jars the Red Lotus had.
How did they do this?
Yeah, that's a good question. How'd they know that?
Also, no,
They
like,
have been
literally,
making
if
multiple
the spirit isn't
trips.
that strong. How?
Well, actually,
They
couldn't they have learned it from the Great Library?
yeah,
Crash
they
knew how to
keep
find
going
that.
to the Great Library.
Hmm.
They made multiple trips there.
Suppose that would do it like, if it was especially weak when it left. Okay, this is. You're just. You can see that she doesn't want to say this as she's about to say it. Just looking to the Spy Master and the others. We may need to go examine the tree and see if any of us who have the ability to can pick up on whatever resonance might be left behind.
The Spy Master is going to point out that the tree is several days' trek away from here.
This is the reason why you're just gonna give him a look for. This is why my expression was pained when I suggested this.
He will also give you a freebie and say, if you want, there are portals immediately to the South Pole, which unfortunately has been sealed away, but also to the North Pole, directly on around the tree in the same location.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry out of character.
I mean, North Pole portal could be worth using.
Yeah, it could be worth checking in on what's happening there, because there's probably some major battles happening there.
I still think we need info from the Mother of Runes, Mother of Faces first.
I do too.
In all honesty, trying to get info from Mother Glowworm after we return her child might also be good.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to some major spirits before we do anything else.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Shit's gonna be ticking, but if we go in unprepared, we're really gonna have things blow up in our faces.
Yep. The reason why I was thinking about this is it might be good to be able to, I don't know, potentially identify when that influence might be present.
How long will it take us to get to Mother Glowworm right now?
From where we are.
You guys don't actually know where she is presently in the spirit world.
Faces, or
You know where the Mother of Faces is.
Sorry, that's what I meant.
The Spy Master will tell you physically getting to that nexus is trivial. It's less than a couple of hours away by foot. The trick is making sure no one succumbs
To the fog,
to
right?
the fog. Yeah.
I mean, Mingwell's just going to point out that the Mother of Faces might be able to tell us more about the tree, and also whether inspecting it for tracking residue might even work.
She might be able to tell us more about everything. Like,
yeah, no, that if it's that close, yeah, no, we spend a couple hours go see if we can reach her first.
see how many answers she'll give us.
I'm gonna ask the Little Spirit if there's any tips on not getting in trouble with the fog.
Oh, sure. Just don't be mortals.
That's going to be a little tricky.
Oh, do I count as a mortal?
You guys aren't mortals, are you?
How do you tell?
Yeah, Mingwell's just like, I think I am?
How can you? What counts as mortal?
Well, mortals show up here. They're like ghosts. They can't interact with anything. They just kind of phase through the world.
Oh, it means don't be projecting. So we probably should be fine then.
But it sounds like they came in for realsies when they went for the tree.
Can the Guardian do anything to the people who are otherwise here with you? Or actually, were they here as mortals or no?
I don't know. I saw them. They were hot. I stayed away from them.
Well, have mortals ever been hot?
Some of them. There's a few of them that have been wandering around that aren't really hot, but they're still here.
Wait, what?
Where?
All over, is going to say as he like flaps his wings and kind of like looks up at the sky, the trees, down towards the valley. Very confusing, those ones.
No, you didn't.
Dude, I think we might have to go look there first.
Wait, what?
I'm thinking that's related to Central Air Temple shit.
Wait, I missed it.
That was up
Yeah,
in the
why?
air, remember?
What is this now?
Yeah, I missed this too.
Remember, Central Air Temple was real high up.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean it corresponds to real high up in the spirit world.
I saw it in the spirit world.
Right, you did.
It was on a mountain.
Doesn't mean they stayed there.
Fair enough.
Ningwell's going to ask if the ones who stayed here have caused trouble that the little guy's heard of.
If they haven't caused trouble, I haven't heard of them. If they have caused trouble, the fog probably took care of them.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, very nice meeting you. And then it's going, flap its ears like really, really rapidly and say, good luck wherever you're headed. And it's going to start fluttering off.
Yeah,
Of course.
Ningwell's going to thank it for the help.
Thank you.
Then just kind of turn and look at them, give a big shrug, and say, Mother faces?
I feel like we may want to figure out who else is here.
I mean, yeah,
That-
but we don't know how to do that right now, right?
Also, that does us no good if we don't have Mother of Faces info.
We could potentially find Mother.
You know,
Faces.
start with the goal we know how to do something about.
And see
I'm
where
trying-
that leads. And see where that leads us.
I'm going to try and keep where that valley is in mind for where people might otherwise be.
Okay, so just to be clear, the valley, the rabbit pointed to a couple of different locations. One of them was a valley, which is the valley canyon that you guys are going to be heading into, which is where the fog is.
Oh.
Yeah. There are other locations, but like, if there's any troublemakers, the rabbit did say they'd be in there. With that,
Well, I suppose we go back in the valley then.
I'm going to advance you guys to the next zone of yellow. Are you guys taking any precautions before heading into this spirit? You guys have an hour or so. You were warned that going towards the nexus point, towards the Forgetful Valley, you will have to go through a canyon with the Guardian, the Fog, known as the Fog of Lost Souls.
You know, it would have been really nice to deal with fog.
What?
An airbender.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the show actually has... It tells me exactly what happens when there's an airbender in there.
It pisses the fog off, I'm guessing.
You get rid of it for like a split second and then it immediately comes back.
Yeah.
You can't...
Also, what's the in-character explanation for where Han is?
He's passed out on BB, who's trailing behind you guys.
Okay.
He's tired. That's
Fair
my
enough.
hand wave reason.
You know, that actually sounds completely reasonable.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just has to add so much shock with Nara that he just needs a nap.
Shock with me? Why? What did I do to shock him?
Everything.
Don't worry about it.
What?
I would say for precautions, we should tie ropes to each other in case we get separated.
I thought we had already done that.
Yeah, didn't we form chains last time?
You did specify chains. I'm going to say you can just do that, no issue.
Mingwall's also just going to do something that he's probably seen various circus members do when working around heavy smoke, and just like tie cloth over his mouth and nose.
Yep, you definitely don't want to breathe in another spirit.
Yep.
Yep.
Will it help much? Probably not. Mingwall's doing it anyway.
You're going to confirm this with the spy master. Say, would burning some incense to the spirit before we enter help at all?
If I want to make a gas mask, at least for Thomas, would that be doing an overcome, or would that just be a boost action?
I'll say you can make a boost for that. Yira, the Spy Master, will look back at you and shrug and say, "It can't hurt."
Great. So I'm just gonna do a proper ceremony for that before we go in of thanking it.
Okay.
While Yura's doing that, Mingwell is going to ask the Spy Master, "Hey, how did you become Spy Master anyway?"
Isn't Principle of Fire for this one?
Sure.
Well, there we go.
Okay. Yeah. You have burned incense and placated any. You've placated the fog at large.
Mm-hmm.
And as for you, Mingwa, the Spy Master is just going to respond that I found myself within the Fire Nation after I'd gotten a face back, and the military thought my skills would be useful, and I thought in a position of power I'd be able to help more people.
Makes sense.
Okay. So, you guys have made a little ceremony. A few of you have grabbed little gas masks and tied them around your head. As you guys have approached the slopes that begin to descend downwards into this canyon. And after you are on this rocky ramp for probably about 5 minutes, you have no idea how far you've descended. The air becomes thick, like pea soup. You can barely see 5 feet in front of you. If it wasn't for the chains tying you all together, you wouldn't be able to know that you were still with your friends and allies that you would come into the spirit world with you. Now there's the 6 of you: Han, BB, Spy Master Hitu, Grandmaster Sagan, Yuki Arashi, and Thomas. And as you guys all kind of huddle close together, your minds begin to wander.
Uh-oh.
As the fog seems to swirl around you all. Sometimes you look off and so you can see something out of the corner of your eye materializing. And then you turn your full focus over in that direction, and in a flash, whatever you thought you saw is just gone. Some things you're looking seem familiar. Other things seem to be gnawing at the back of your mind, ever present, like there's a danger lurking right behind you at any second. I'm going to say, Ziggy, since you've been quiet the longest, would you mind rolling me a d6, please?
Uh-oh.
Great.
A 1. This isn't bad, actually. So as you guys are all wandering through this dense fog, you see a humanoid figure off in the distance. As you descend deeper into this canyon following the Spy Master, this figure seems to approach you slowly, step by step by step. As a group, do you guys want to try avoiding this? Do you let it approach?
What's it? Does it look nice or does it look mean?
It looks like has the silhouette of a man. Probably about Han's height. Wearing like a large cloak around them. But again, silhouetted in black against the fog. You can't really pick out colors or anything like that.
Does it seem like it's going towards us specifically, or just in our direction?
It appeared as though it was just traveling in your general direction, but then it started heading towards the other silhouettes that it could see, and you saw.
Does sound travel very far in the fog?
You can call out if you wish.
I'm gonna call out.
What do you say?
Hello!
Hello?
Who are you?
Oh, thank goodness I found you. And
Who are you?
the figure is going to pick up the pace and start rushing towards you guys.
Do we recognize the voice at all?
You do not.
Is it a male voice or female voice?
It is a male voice, middle-aged.
Mingwall just puts a hand on Nara's shoulder and remains watchful.
Okay.
Are you a human?
Yes. Are you
You're
there?
a liar.
Oh, are you there? Have I found the children?
Children.
So as this figure comes,
It's a pedophile.
Oh my god.
You're 8, remember, Nara?
Yes, but she's had the talk.
she has had the talk.
What talk
Nara.
includes pedophilia?
I don't know, Yira, would you?
I imagine that a talk includes
Yeah,
about strange men.
I assume the talk
the
includes
Sonic Says
action.
talk.
There you go.
So as this individual,
Nara,
go ahead.
you can't just accuse everyone of that.
Everyone. I just said that one.
Hello?
What do we see?
Yeah, who's out there? What do we see?
So
You all love my chaos.
as this
do.
as this individual runs closer, you see he's wearing these dirty, stained yellow and orange robes with prayer beads around his neck, a Fu Manchu mustache.
Mustache.
Yeah,
Do I recognize, it's airbender robes, yeah?
they're airbender robes, yes. A bald head. The Fu Manchu mustache has seemed to be gotten a little bit more frazzled, as has his eyebrows, as he approaches you.
I point at the robes and I go, "Oh my god, it's Dad's robes! The ones that we're not supposed to know
Mingwall
about!"
immediately slaps a hand over Nara's mouth.
So in character, this is the individual you guys run into.
Hey, no,
I wave.
it's just lightninged outside.
Wait, where did you?
In character.
It's in the,
In
Yeah,
character,
Okay.
yeah.
So he's going to run closer to you, like, "Oh, thank goodness, I found one!" And he's just going to look at all of you.
I wave.
Yeah, he's
I feel, now that I know that it's an airbender, I'm immediately at ease, and I like pull your hand off Miguel, and I go, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have called him that."
Yeah, he's going to look at Nara like for a couple of seconds, and then his eyes are just going to come to the rest of you and say, "Have you seen them? The children. They're lost. They've got to be here somewhere.
Who?
The children."
Please calm down. You're the first person we've seen here.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Southern Air Temple.
Oh,
Out of character, isn't that Dan's
Yes.
temple?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. It's a shame Dan's not here.
You're going to pause for a long second at that. Sir, where do you think this is?
I don't have time to explain this. We have to escape from here. The Fire Nation is attacking. We need to gather all the children and get as many air... Oh, good. We've got one of the Sky Bison here. Gather as many of the children as you can. We need to get them all there and get them to safety. Quickly.
Wait, no. BB's fine.
The Fire Nation attacked a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's going.
How responsive is he to the world around him?
He is.
How old does he look?
He is. He looks exactly as old as he does in that picture.
Okay.
No, like if there's a tree nearby, just like.
So
What are you seeing around you right now?
You guys are immersed in a thick fog. There is, in fact, not much nearby. There's no vegetation, no trees.
That's not what he's at. He's asking if what he is seeing different than what everyone else is seeing.
Oh, is that what
the way that he's acting?
Pointing at or trying to interact with things that we can't see?
Yeah, it looks like he is gesturing at things as though they're right there. And then he's turning back to you. He's definitely able to engage with your group. But then as soon as he turns, and he says, quickly, we need to get to the bison stables.
I'm going to try and gently lay a hand on his shoulder.
Okay.
Does that happen?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name?
What kind of a question is that? I'm Pa Seng, the High Elder. Come now, gather the children. We must escape.
Then, Pa said, you're not in the Southern Air Temple right now. I'm just going to try and stare him in the eyes to convince him of things. The Southern Air Temple was attacked 20 years ago.
He's going to look at you. 20. He's going to shake his head and be like, no, the children! We must save the children! He's going to turn and start heading back into the mist.
I'm going to hold him.
Wait! Don't leave me!
I'm going to hold him because, did anything happen with his eyes or how he was looking when that occurred?
No.
I'm sorry, but the attack on the air temple happened long ago.
No. The attack's happening now. We must save the children.
Meanwhile, I'm going to kind of sign to the party in general. I think this is a lost soul.
You're going to sign back. This may be something, but do we know what Han's actual name is?
The only name Han has given you is Han and whatever else you guys can remember.
I'm mostly looking at Nora and Minghua for this.
You think I remember?
That's
All right.
the only name, Han Bahan is the only name Minghua has gotten from him.
All right. Am I allowed to use this new thing yet?
If you want, sure, yeah.
Also, from the sound of it, this guy appears older than Han.
No, he probably would have been
Alright.
at the temple when Han was at the temple, but left during the attack.
He does not look much older than Han at this point.
All right.
Yeah.
Kakan is going to go up to Pasan.
Point is, this is not Han. This is not a version of Han.
Yeah.
No, not that. I was wondering whether we could use Han's name to snap him out of it.
Oh, worth trying.
But none of us remember what Han's real name is, if he has mentioned it before.
I kind of doubt he has.
All right. Okay. So, what Kakan is going to do is he's going to put both hands on Pasan. He's going to look him both in the eyes, and as he does this, you all sort of see Kakan start glowing a little bit. Not a lot, but enough to be noticeable. As he's kind of looks Pasan in the eyes and goes, look at where you are. And can I use my principle of exorcism for this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So this, I mean, it's a D8 either way, but I'll use imposing just because I'm making eye contact here.
Sure. And you're in yellow.
Exorcism.
While Kakan is doing this, Yura is also going to sign to everyone else, don't use my real name with him until we have a chance to explain.
We're on green now, right?
You're in yellow.
Oh, yeah. So that's a 7 with the principle of exorcism.
Okay. Okay, so no comments. I'm impressed. As you start.
Oh fuck! Okay,
That is a thing, all right.
Wait,
makes sense
what?
though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
What?
Look at the roll. Look at what he rolled for it.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
Yep.
I get it.
so as you have this energy and you grab him and you shake him slightly, his eyes seem to like clear up for half a second, and he looks around, seeing himself in the fog. Then he like just meets your eyes, Kakan, and he just starts crying. The children. The children, why? He's gonna just like kind of just drop his head into your shirtless chest.
Kakan, yeah, Kakan will hold him.
But yeah, he's gonna need to take a few minutes to compose himself. You have kind of jogged his memory as of the time, but each of you can almost feel that this fog is encroaching on your senses as you linger within it. If there's anything you guys want to ask this guy or talk about, you have him for a few minutes, and then you can choose if you take him with you or send him off. He's going to just be like, how did this happen? Did any survive?
Yeah, Mingwell is just going to point at the Sky Bison and say, "The unconscious guy over there."
Bad.
We're not sure how many others, but at least one did.
We've met at least one other airbender in the world as well.
The Avatar. Aang.
Not the Avatar. Hey.
He was there. I saw him. He was flying back to the Southern Air Temple as I was trying to help the others escape.
Wait,
We don't know.
Sorry.
That's when
I don't know of any Avatar Aang.
That's when the others fell. All the elders. Tashi, Io, Gyatso.
What happened to Aang?
I don't know. He never came out of the temple, and when we returned, there was nothing but skeletons and ash. Looked like there had been a battle there, but there were claw marks in the temple walls.
Claw marks.
That does imply that might be where the fight with Ko went down. But why the fuck was Ko there?
Well, we can ask her. Were you harboring any? Well, were you giving refuge to any spirits or anyone else at the temple before the attack happened?
Not to my knowledge, no. Was trying to... When the attack happened, it came on so suddenly. Just trying to find a safe haven. I'd heard tale of an oasis where we would be able to fly away to, out of the reach of people who would come to attack us.
The Central Air Temple?
That is just a myth.
No, we've been there.
It's not a myth.
Why is it a myth?
The airbenders have spoken of it for generations, only saying the most enlightened could be there. So there's a chance that some of my people still live?
No, at least some do.
A smile touches his lips as he looks up at you. And he says, "Thank you." And he's going to start walking off towards the edge of the fog, trying to escape the spirit's grasp. He's going to, as he does so, he's going to turn back, look at BB and the sleeping Han. He's going to say to the rest of you, I'd like to speak with him at some point when he wakes, if we meet again.
I hope we do.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome to come with us if you wish.
If there are other airbenders here, it's my duty as one of the High Elders to find them.
Good luck.
We could at least journey for a bit while together before we reach our destination.
Yeah, you can tell me what Dad was like as a kid.
Roll me a persuasion check, Europe. And since Nara, you were the one who piped in, you may give a boost if you wish.
Wait. Ooh, who was I echoing off of?
I do not know. I'm gonna roll leadership. I feel like, yeah, I feel like leadership is the correct one for this.
Sure.
We're still in yellow.
You're still in yellow. All right.
No,
Nara gives you a +2.
One moment. I'm at 5, so that gets me up to 7.
Can you re-roll ones?
Yep, he can.
Yep. Every time I roll a 1, I get to reroll.
He will say, I will walk with you for a short bit longer. He'll stick with you guys, but he will cut off after your next quote-unquote encounter if you guys end up rolling one.
Makes sense.
But yeah, he will tell stories of the Southern Air Temple about how all the boys would... Some were studious, others got in trouble. And how there was never a bigger troublemaker than the one who was eventually named the Avatar. And the people who are actually hanging on to this guy's every word is Hitu and Sagan.
Yeah.
Like
I'm also talking to him, and like, I'm gonna honestly talk to him about the things that I learned at the Central Air Temple and what writings they had there.
I'd very much like to go to this Central Air Temple at some point.
Well, if you find the library.
In the library, or you might be able to find it here. I'll do my best to describe where it might look in the spirit world, but...
I'm sure I'll find it. Just need to meditate on it and become one with the spirits. With that, Nara, can you kindly roll me a d6? Re-roll if you roll a 1. Wow.
Just going straight down the list.
Woo. Can I re-roll anyway?
No. You rolled a 2.
Certainly did.
So as you guys are continuing going through the woods, you're with Monk Paisang, chatting for a bit, and eventually, as the fog will once again start to thicken, and off in the distance you see, almost looks like a little clustering of imps running frantically. Like 5 or 6 really short creatures bounding around on 2 legs, sometimes falling over one another, other times scampering back up and just bolting in a direction.
Directly at us, or a bit offset?
A bit offset from you guys.
I don't like the idea of whatever's chasing them.
Yeah, as you get close, you hear the this sound, just like, we've got to get away! Hurry! Run!
How many are there?
Like 5 or 6. And sounds like the voice of a child.
Over here!
Who's there?
Quick, this way!
Nara, is that you?
Yeah!
No.
Yes!
Are these? Oh, wow. Okay.
Well,
So,
You found
very-
the kids!
Your orphan army.
Hell yes.
so yeah, as you, there's a bunch of these, where the hell are they? Yeah, here we go. You see a bunch of, little kids running over.
Thanks, I hate them.
What? You hate my friends?
They look creepy!
How do they look compared to how they looked in life?
Oh my god, Zatch Bell, hell yes!
Little Timmy's back.
Little Timmy's back.
I love it.
With a vengeance.
You know, little Timmy's going to run and say, Nara, you're here! You're safe! We've got to get away! The firebenders are coming!
But my friends are firebenders.
What?
We didn't tell Nara about what happened, did we?
no, we did not.
Nope.
What?
Yeah, no, these kids are going
Was
to...
Nora not there for when we found out the kids that she had out?
No.
Oh. This isn't
I
even.
thought she was
Excuse
there
me?
for that.
Oh,
That's
we-
when we met the moon guy.
I mean, these are the same group of kids that you guys last saw with the moon, so...
Yeah, wasn't she there for that?
Yes, she was.
Part of it.
Yeah.
So doesn't
Yeah.
she know that they're spirits?
Yeah.
Nara! You're here! And, one of the kids is going to, little Timmy is going to run forward and try hugging you. And he's literally just going to phase right through you.
Okay.
Well, it's just like, wait, why is Monk Guy real and these guys aren't?
Because my friends are dead.
Nara! What happened? The firebenders! They came! Where were you? What happened?
I got on a boat. I went on an adventure. I left home.
You went to fight the firebenders?
I actually ended up going on an adventure with some firebenders.
I thought you said your friend would keep us safe.
Which friend? Oh, my friend! No, he stayed with me.
But the firebenders, Nora, they came! They burned down the clubhouse! They burned down the forest! We tried to get back to town! We didn't make it!
Yeah, there's not a lot he could have done for that.
But you're a ghost!
Sorry.
She's gonna say just like...
I'm not a ghost. You're a ghost.
No, but Nara, the firebender! You need to be wary of the firebender! And then these kids are just going to kind of look over.
Is he here?
They're going to see Yira.
I definitely would not have been actively in command during that, and I look like an earthbender right now by outfit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Are any of you actually... Well, Kakan's outfit is gone.
Yeah,
Rizik...
I was.
I'm in an earthbender
Yeah, no, all of you
or
are.
Earth Kingdom clothing.
Yeah, no, these kids are just going to be like... Just like... Nara, we need to get out of here. We need to escape. We want to go back to our families.
I'm sorry. I can't help you with that.
Wasn't the moon supposed to take them to a safe place? It's not.
Yeah.
They'd be panicking.
Yeah, but the moon missing, so...
I mean,
And the moon's guardian was acting weird.
Yeah, the moon's guardian's flipping because the moon's gone. I mean, I still think that Caden might be where the moon ended up, but...
Nara, can you give us any advice? You were always there to lead us, and you never led us astray. Tell us something, Nara, please. Ask your friend to help us.
I asked Bazu what I should do to help them.
You just kind of hear a, mental shrug in your head, saying, I don't know what to say, Kit. Maybe tell them something that they want to hear. Sometimes lying can be a good thing, if it puts them at ease.
Oh, I wish I knew Bazu said that.
Why?
Out of character.
So I clap my hands together and I go, "It's gonna be okay, guys. You're gonna find your families very soon, and it's gonna be just fine. You're gonna go back to the village, and your parents are gonna be there, and you're gonna go have dinner, and everything's gonna be okay."
Make me a persuasion check, Nara.
Whoa!
Wow!
How?
Wow!
That's
The
impressive.
dice said, "Fuck that."
Jesus,
You
how?
the major twist, Kenzie.
No!
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take it.
I feel
Nick,
like the
why?
major twist in this case is effectively going to be the save as just failing.
Honestly,
No,
yeah.
I think the major twist might turn into combat.
I don't know about that.
Do I want a major twist or do I want to just fail this?
You tell me.
Because if I fail, they'll know I'm lying, and I feel like that's
You
cool to
could
lie
also
to them.
pitch a well, no, a collection only lets you
A
change.
col- yeah, a
that die.
collection
Never mind.
wouldn't be helpful. I'd have to pitch two, and that's
No,
not
you
helpful.
can only pitch one for a die
Oh,
change.
yeah, that's not helpful.
So,
Would have to declare a
principle, yeah.
principle ahead of time.
Okay, so your choice, Kenzie. Do you want to fail or do you want to succeed?
I'll fail.
You'll fail?
Yeah.
They're going to look at you and say, "You're not Nara.
What are you
Nara,
talking about?
Nara never would have lied to us. No, we know what happened in the forest. You're not really here." And then they're just going to turn and bolt off into the fog. You know, screaming as they go as though they're still being chased by firebenders and ghosts.
Okay.
I know what the D6 is now. Okay.
Okay. After that encounter, I'm actually not even going to wait. I'm just going to jump to whoever. I'm just going to make the next person roll. So, Rizik, kindly roll me a d6. Reroll on a 1 and a 2.
Are you thinking that the D6 is which party members ghosts come out to play?
You think like I'm thinking, Lore.
Reroll.
2,
It's
so
not
that's a reroll.
necessarily direct correspondence, but it's definitely which encounter is popping up.
Okay. Fun.
Uh-oh.
So you hear.
I don't like that.
So
Can we have a quick sec before it appears, just to RP for a sec?
if you guys want, I'm going to go fill up water while you're.
Yeah. I just want a fast second. I'm just like,
Yeah, no, go for it.
like I just turned to Nara. I'm like, "Are you all right, Nara?" Nara?
No.
I mean, not really. But there's not a whole lot I can do for them.
You are being moved into piggyback ride position.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to give them a little bit of hope that they could find, their families in here somewhere.
I mean, but that's not necessarily true.
Maybe when we fix what's going wrong, things will get better.
I don't know, Nara. I don't know if lying to make things more comfortable is the right way to go.
What would you have told them?
The truth, and told them I'm sorry.
I already told them that.
Yeah. I look like I'm about to say something else and then just keep my mouth shut.
Sometimes, Kit, a lie is the kindest thing you can give someone.
To be good at lying.
I know, but there's a difference between lying for fun and lying to help someone out.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Kit, why haven't you started, getting a bunch of spirits around? We gotta have that party.
Oh, yeah. How far am I in the middle or am I, at the end of this rope?
You're on Minghua's shoulders at this point.
Can I, like, whistle for other spirits, or, like, is there something I can do to, like, attract spirits, Izzy?
Yeah, you can whistle and make noise.
If you do that, Mingwall's fur is going to immediately stand on end, and he's going to immediately start trying to shush you.
I mean, I think it's time for that 6 encounter anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, off in the distance, you see another, seems to be a lost soul from a distance. And this person is just, how could you? I had faith in you. What are you plotting?
Who did this one look like or sound like?
This sounds like the voice of a late teens, early 20s man.
But none any of us immediately recognize.
Oh, you guys would, as the voice is like raw, like it's been shouting for over an hour. And as it gets closer and it starts to come into focus, you would then begin to recognize both the voice and the appearance. As this individual says, "No, my father isn't a villain like you. He never would turn on the Fire Lord." And as he approaches, you guys see the burned face wearing a Fire Nation military outfit of Commander Sung.
Wait, why are you here? You're not.
Remind me again which one Commander Sung is? Is that Hotaru's brother?
That's Hotaru's brother.
Why are you here? You're not dead.
What?
Neither's the monk.
You! Why are you here? How could you help him? Do you know what he's plotting? My father is not a villain. He wouldn't turn on the Fire Lord.
What?
I start getting angry. Who do you think I'm helping?
Why would you help Kresh?
I just my face blanks. I'm like, what?
How could you help Kresh?
Mingwall's going to slap Hotaru on the shoulder and say, Tell him, we're trying to stop Kresh.
Why do you think I'm helping Kresh? Why would I help that monster?
He's plotting. He needed you to kill the Avatar. All this time, I didn't know I had his sister. I didn't know that you'd be allied with Kresh. Why? Why do that? Why burn me? My father is not a villain!
Mingwall is fully fluffed up and halfway interposed between Hotaru and
our father kept my existence from you.
He was trying to protect me, I'm sure. Why would you kill...
Our father used me as a weapon.
Why?
Mingwall is slapping at Yira and Rezek for support her, say something.
How would
because,
he?
I'm just flat out assuming the commander would not understand me.
You're just going to honestly just basically go full military commander. Kresh has been manipulating people who don't know what they're doing. It's his fault, no one else's.
I glare at you. I'm like, only his fault?
That's right. It's all Kresh's fault. He's plotting everything. My father's not a villain. He has to be confused, lied to, by that monster.
Our father murdered my mother in front of my eyes in cold blood. Don't tell me he's not a monster.
Wait, Wex, did I know that one?
You saw that in the swamp visions.
I watched him blow a hole through her abdomen. Don't you dare tell me he isn't a monster. For giving me to Kresh to use as a weapon. No. For taking 50 years of my life. Don't you dare tell me that.
No, he wouldn't do that. Kresh, I found out I had a sister. Kresh stole you from him. I could have had a sister.
He's working with Kresh, you idiot.
No, he wouldn't.
Who do you think ordered How do you think I ended up killing the Avatar? It was with our father's blessing.
No. No, Father would never do something like that.
Then you don't know him. And you never have.
Is he only reacting to Hotaru right now?
Primarily, but he's also reacting to the rest of you when you speak.
You're just going to look at him as, do you remember what I told you?
Yes.
About what you should look up?
Yes, find my own answers. I remember. When I got back, I started looking around. Following people. Going into restricted areas. It's when I saw them. The plans! What he's plotting! It's going to change everything! He's going to use Father! Use our nation! Change the world for his own ends!
What is he trying to do? I slap. I will slap whoever until someone fucking translates.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. What did you find?
He's trying to replace the spirits. So the High Command can be in control, and the Fire Nation will rule everything.
Wait.
Crash is the source. Crash is the source of the not spirits.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear if there was a question in there.
What do you mean replace the spirits?
If he puts
He's
if I would make a guess, it would be that he wants Fire Nation soldiers to have the powers of the spirits instead of the spirits themselves, so they can dictate and rule over the world.
That might explain the inverted rainbow.
I can, but my father is not a villain. He's clearly just been lied to. I confronted Crash. And I was talking to him. And now he's just looking around, confused, bewildered, and that he has a sense of his surroundings.
I'm just up to. You've seen what we've been doing, right?
Just going to nod his head slowly.
This is not an easy thing to hear. I can guarantee you that by action and by right, I am a villain to not only the Fire Nation, but the rest of the world. I'm sorry to say it. Even if Crush is at the top of this, those of us who knew what he was doing and aided it, abetted it, or even those who simply thought, I know what's happening, and it's not my problem to stop, are every bit as much villains, if not more so. It's nothing that someone ever wants to hear about their family.
I thought my family was righteous, fighting for a noble cause. And
sometimes the people that believe that they're working for a good cause can take the most horrendous actions. I know your father for a long time managed to convince my father to do horrible things, either through patriotism or threats, and when he finally stood his ground, ended him. And sometimes what we need to do is not just follow in their footsteps, but try to correct their mistakes and do better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. How can I correct these mistakes?
Help stop the crash.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I've been taught is a lie. Who am I?
Your skills, and your noble, even if you didn't do the right things, your intentions themselves were originally noble. You're still who you are, and you just now need to make the right decisions. Can I roll an overcome on this?
Yes, you may.
I'm going to be using my new die as well.
What are you trying to convince him of?
That he does have a path forward and that he can help fix the mistakes of his father and
Okay.
Kresh.
Okay. Okay.
I'll spend a +1 on it.
Please do.
I'm going to use the thing I got last one, conviction.
Please do.
I'd like to ask something odd. I'd like to hinder Rizek.
Okay.
Interesting.
How are you hindering him? What are you doing? What are you saying?
The sheer heat that is emanating from the ground right now
Okay.
is just so sweltering, it is distracting him.
Okay. I'm going to use Thomas's emotional support as a boost as well, but
Sure.
So
Hotaru, roll first, please. That is a -2.
okay. I already said I was spending a +1.
Mm-hmm.
I am also getting a
+2.
Is that a plus?
So cancels out. So you're rolling raw +1 at this point.
Okay. So, and I do not have a appropriate principle, but
Let's see what you get.
that will be an 8
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
or a 9. Sorry, the +1.
Yep. That completely succeeds.
Oh, you also have that die. Interesting.
Yep, there
So
was a
that's why
thing
you
done
got-
with it. Hope did a thing to me with the goo. Remember?
Mhm.
No, because I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
Hope did.
I knew that some people had gotten pulled off for, secret sessions, though.
Yeah, we got two goo boys.
Mhm.
When trying to contain leftover goo, Hope did something to Rizek with it.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. No. So he's been. You're like. The path of my father is not my path. I can still do what the Fire Nation set out to do and help make the world a better place.
Then I almost
You just need to know what the better place is this time.
Then prove it. Prove you can actually do something better.
Mm.
He's going to just look at you and say, "Why are you so full of hate if you're claiming you're trying to make the world a better place?"
Because you represent everything. You're everything that I wanted Father to think of me. And never could be. You're the son, this is heir. I'm just the eugenics weapon.
You're not a eugenics weapon. You're the sister I always wanted, never had.
I don't know how to handle that emotionally in character.
Yeah, tears are just gonna well up in his face. They're leaking out on his right side, where his burn scar is, because his tear ducts just can't hold in. But he's just going to look at you for half a second and then turn away. If you guys want, he will stick with party. If you want him to stay beyond this session, you need to spend points on him.
I am not going to do that.
I already have points dedicated elsewhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to be asking him questions about how did he get here.
That sounded
He
like
said
that was
he
Crash's
compli-
fault.
Yeah,
He said that he confronted Crash.
Yeah, he said
Yes.
he said he was able to sneak down into a restricted section of the lab on Ember Island when he returned to the mainland, and he confronted Crash. And then
Is he dead? Did Crash kill him?
He says the next thing he knew, he ended up here.
Oh.
I mean, easy way to test that is, can someone touch him?
Is he here physically?
He is here physically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put in a vote for him staying with us and Minghua acting as like a physical barrier / distraction for Hotaru and emotional support.
Yeah, you will also notice, like, as things approach you from the darkness, he will also, like, throw fire at them. He's definitely physically here.
Okay. Also, before we continue, Taru, I'm sorry, I misunderstood what he was.
You didn't have any way of knowing. It's not his fault, but I still hate him for what he is.
As long as you channel that towards the hurt people who really deserve it.
I just give you this cold, hard look. I'm like, yeah, I think I can manage that.
Also, Yuki is going to, like, as you're, like, saying all this so angry, she's just going to kind of, like, look you in the face and squeak.
Right. Oh, I look at her shocked after this, like, oh, right, I said things I didn't want you to hear. Oh, no.
Yeah, she's going to, like, look at you, like, squeeze your hand, like, to try to bring you back to center a little bit.
I'm going to pull away a little and retreat into myself.
And she's going to let you, because, yeah, that was uncalled for. You can see it, like, really? The look in your eyes. Justified, yes, but you're not in the right. You're not in the right here.
Oh, I know. That's
the point.
Kind of the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
All right, who hasn't rolled yet?
I haven't.
Minghua, kindly roll.
Why would you pipe up? What the fuck?
You re-roll on a 1, a 2, or a 6.
Look, it's gonna be someone.
A 3!
Oh, boy.
Okay, so
Really love the happiness he said that way.
I'm very happy about this one. So as you're all, like, wandering through, eventually you're going to see Hope's telescoping neck kind of, like, stretch out towards the group and look over and say, "Friend?" More scared than you've ever really heard Hope be before. And then immediately, like, retract her head and, like, hide behind Kakan's bulk.
Mingwall's going to immediately move, like, protectively out in front of the rest of the party.
Yep, I'm joining Minghua in that.
So, in the past, you guys have seen relatively, humanoid-shaped things. This, I can only describe it as a towering Hulk is materializing through the fog. At least twice as tall as Kakan and twice as wide as Minghua. You see these big, beefy arms and these 2 footfalls, and every time it steps and it gets closer to you guys, you can literally feel the earth shake as the tremors just run through your bones, making your teeth chatter. There's
I'm in danger.
that much mass coming towards you guys. Thunk, thunk. And as it, through the mist, it looks over towards you guys, and you just see these 2 yellow eyes, like almost piercing through the mist, with this tiny little head on this, like, massive body that, like, kind of, like, tilts its head up, and there's this long snout, and you see this nose kind of twitching in the air as you can hear it sniffing. And then as it turns its head back down, these yellow eyes settle back on all of you. And it starts to lumber closer, with all of you in its sights.
Mingwa waves nervously.
What the fuck was that noise?
Assuming that was you making a noise on purpose,
Yes, that was me making a noise on purpose.
does Minghua understand what that noise meant?
I hope not.
Oh, Ming-Hua. Actually, Ming-Hua, you do, you could... It is technically animal speak. Spirit animal speak.
Yeah?
But, yeah, the word that just came out is unworthy.
Unworthy. Great. Well, it's just going to hurriedly sign. I don't think it likes us.
Can we leave?
Is it in our path?
It is
Is
lumber.
it fluffy?
It's
coming straight at us.
It's lumbering towards you guys at a pretty rapid pace.
Is it fluffy?
Does not appear to be fluffy. It appears to be bulky.
Damn.
All right.
Last time you ran face first into a fluffy, it was bad.
I still stand by that decision.
Fair.
Is it one warning shot?
Sure.
Miguel's still just like, we don't really have to do this. We're perfectly happy to just, like, pass by and just, like, not? Can we not do this?
This is too Ming-Hua.
I mean, Miguel's, like, not even paying attention to you, is just trying to sign to the thing.
Thing is ignoring your signs. You can.
Yeah, I figured.
Lightning strike at its feet, not hitting it, but it gets a warning.
Miguel's immediately going to what's like, ooh, we might be paying for that.
Roll. Are you actually going to roll for the damage, or you're just saying you're doing it?
I'm not hitting it.
Oh, okay.
I am firing a warning shot for you should back off.
The thing is going to look at the ground where the lightning. Why am I echoing?
I don't know.
Test.
Neck.
Test.
You're right, Nick.
1 minute. Let me go reset the thing.
Hello?
Hello? It's Nick.
No, I'm going to reset the thing. Reset my mic. 1 minute.
Okay, so... Okay, I cannot hear myself echoing. In any case, as this... Nick, can you mute yourself for a minute, Nick? Okay, I muted Nick. Nick, when you fixed it, type something and I will unmute you. As the lightning strikes the ground directly in front of this thing, a massive hulking arm rears back and punches the ground, and this thing rapidly starts to burrow underground. And then you see this lump of earth starting to, like, swerve into your general direction.
Otaru, make it regret everything, please.
I would like it to divert it away, please.
Okay, roll me a hinder.
Okay, is this a hinder or an overcome?
This is a hinder. This thing is trying to hit something. Also, it seems like Yura's mic is fixed.
Okay, yeah, let's try to get this thing... actually, if it's a hinder, I'm going to use stone shackles then.
Sure, roll it. Print it and roll it.
Is my mic actually fixed?
Test, 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is.
Okay. Also, what's happening?
The creature that you shot lightning at burrowed underground and is now burrowing towards you guys.
Whoops. I accidentally attacked it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. That means you're the one that's getting attacked by this thing.
Well, I hindered it, but I rolled doubles.
Yeah, you hindered it equal to a -3. That's good. So, as this thing is burrowing, it's going to serpentine its way past Yira, and the burrow hole is going to appear directly underneath you, and then it is going to erupt from the ground, this massive, meaty fist clocking you in the side of the head as it ascends from the ground.
Ow.
Of course, I roll the die that has the bad paint job. Hold on a minute. 9 damage.
Even after the hinder?
Even after the hinder. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Not after the hinder. -3. 6 damage. Apologies.
Well, it takes 8 damage.
It's... Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Cool, it downgrades.
Okay.
So yeah, standing before you is this hulking mass, this a bunch of knotted muscle on this humanoid form that, again, is twice as tall as Kakan and twice as wide as Minghua.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. Purple coloration of the skin. Where its head should be, it has no neck. Like, its shoulders are bulging and bulking, where like its head is almost disappeared and swallowed. But in its head, you see this buck-tooth, like rat-like snout sticking out at you guys. Its whiskers like twitching at you, and these yellow eyes just like staring at you, lighting up through the fog.
Creepy.
For those of you that want to know what it looks like,
Ratman. Oh.
Damn it,
Really?
Izzy! The ghost of the murdered Rattata.
Wait, where is it?
in character.
In character.
Oh, I thought you posted it on Roll20.
I only have Kenzie to blame for this. Isn't
Yup.
I feel like Izzy shares the blame.
I feel like this is a little meta right now.
This is a little meta.
Well, everything Izzy does is meta.
Yeah.
Love
But
it.
it is hilarious.
We need to kill it.
I swear this thing would have gotten vengeance. Alright, so this thing has just attacked you
He
guys.
couldn't kill it before birth, so he must scramble its brains.
Hell yeah, murder that bitch.
Alright, so who would like to go next? This is actually a mini combat. This thing is a
Well,
lieutenant.
I guess I decide who goes next.
You do decide who goes next, so who are you passing
I'm gonna
to?
let Nara go.
Nara,
Oh boy.
what are you going to do to this thing? Also, I would have it put it in Roll20, but I'm at my sprite limit, and it's Roll20 is very bad at letting me delete artwork.
Yeah, it's really shitty about that.
Hence why I'm using your in-character stuff.
Yep, makes
So,
sense.
so Nara, what are you going to do?
Kenzie.
How close am I to it?
General vicinity. You can hit it close up, or you can back off and use something range to it.
We're in yellow?
You're in yellow. It's like right in the middle of your group because it burrowed past your front line.
And it's above the ground, right? It's not in the ground?
It is above the ground. It is hulking. It's easily 4 times as tall as you. If
Okay.
not more.
4 times as tall, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Rattata.
The perfect Rattata.
Da-da-da-da. That one, maybe? Move it away from us?
If you want, sure. I mean, if you want, you can say go away and you guys can deal with it later turn, or you can just choose to deal with it now.
Oh, so the way I'm, like, guessing this is I'm gonna attack it with words. And I'm gonna call it, a mutant freak. And, kind of, like, push out with my brain and tell mutant freaks need to go away! We don't like you here.
Nara used vicious mockery.
Yeah, Bazu's
Yeah,
in the
pretty-
back of your head like,
Pretty much.
yeah, get rid of here, you muscle-bound no-necked meathead.
Using suggestion, bitch! 10!
Well, not quite.
Nope, but that's a 3. Doesn't say
Why
max.
not?
Doesn't say max die.
Attack using suggestion means suggestion must be one of the dice you roll, not that. That is the die that
You
gets
could
it.
always use a collection.
You
I'm
could
considering it.
you could use a collection and get that 10.
Do it!
Yeah, fuck it, I'm using my collection.
Okay, can't save.
Boom.
It is downgraded. It's just like it looks at you, and it's like you can tell this thing is like really hurt. Like there's definitely some history here, like definitely some like childhood trauma going on, and you're just making it worse. Who would you like to pass to?
I am moving it about, like, 10 feet back,
Okay.
and I would like to pass to, Han, Hotaru, and Mingwa have gone.
I have not gone.
Nope. Hotaru has gone, and you have too. Everybody else has not.
So, okay, so I'll pass to Mingwa, because I like Mingwa.
All right.
Aw. This thing thinks it's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, my babysitter needs to protect me.
Fuck it up.
Mm-hmm. Just roll it. Okay. Then
9 damage.
can't possibly make it. Downgrades yet again.
Aw,
But it-
buddy, you think you're strong?
But
No.
it gets a boost equal to +2, so next save it might actually survive. Who are you passing to, Mingwa?
Let's give it to Kakan.
Alright, Kakan. This big hulking rat spirit thing.
Yep. I mean, when in doubt, kill it with radiation.
I think this
with
thing's
the fatherhood.
radiated enough already.
Well, all the more so.
Kill it with fatherhood. It's been a bad baby.
That's going in quotes.
Yep. I'll let you
Uh,
do that, Laura. You're faster than me on this one.
It helps if I actually pick a thing. Right, we're in yellow, right?
Yes.
Alright. Then yeah, I mean, there's only the one target, so it's, okay, so it has to be Solar Flare. So that'll be 6 damage for him and 6 damage for me,
Okay.
which gets healed.
He has a chance to save this. Does not save it. As you light this thing up, suddenly it changes to like a golden color. Turning extra shiny so its entire body matches its eyes. And it looks at its hands, and it looks up at you all, and says... And then it turns around and like runs off and does...
I'm assuming you were making noises there.
Did they not come through?
They
No.
did not
No.
come through.
No.
Not at all.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You should be.
I thought my mic was better than that. Shame on you, Mike. Yeah, so it makes a bunch of noises and it just scampers off into the fog. And when it's a good distance away, like you can still see its glow for a while. It's like it's booking it ways away.
Am I allowed to shoot it while it runs?
Sure.
Oh, this is definitely
D4, I think it's boned.
Probably.
Yeah, it's done. It is no longer an issue. Cannot make saves.
Congratulations, you have killed the spirit of steroids.
Murder the bitch! It doesn't get to live!
There, Kenzie, you got what you wanted.
I did! No more 1%! How dare they rub that in my face!
Nora, I hate to tell you this, but as an Earth Princess, you are the 1%.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're just...
I'm going to ignore that!
Nara is the 1%. All right, who has not rolled yet a d6?
I have not rolled yet.
Who else has not rolled?
I haven't.
All right, which one of you guys get to decide who rolls?
I guess I'll roll next.
Yeah, you take this one.
Okay, so roll until you either get a 4 or a 5.
5.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
That was fast.
Well, there we go.
Another figure appears as you get after that thing goes. You don't really run into anything for a while. But then you start hearing a muttering. The spy master is going to turn back and say, "Steel yourselves. This is the densest part of the fog. As long as we stay together, the exit to the Forgetful Valley should be close by." And that's when you hear it. Not quite... It's like a melodious voice that just keeps repeating. Mumbling at first, low, deep, almost gruff. You can't quite make out the words. But as you continue farther on into the fog, the words start to become clearer. Must find him. You'll never get away as long as I draw breath. My son is dead? How did this happen? And as you guys approach, the silhouette of a very regally dressed white-haired man comes into focus.
Oh.
And Rizik, Yira, Kakan, Hotaru, you would all recognize this individual.
Oh, it's the fucking Fire Lord.
I am the Fire Lord!
Oh.
Yeah, it's Fire Lord Sozin. Old, decrepit, but like standing very proud and just like turning around,
Bitch!
pointing at an individual, at like people that aren't actually there in the fog, saying, "I am the Fire Lord! I must find the Avatar," he says as he like clenches his fist and stares into it.
You was a bitch?
Okay. Was he this old the last time I saw him, actually?
Yeah, he's old as hell.
Okay.
He was this old last time you saw him. You could never be Fire Lord. Like, he's gonna see you and then, like, start pointing at you and say, "You could never be Fire Lord. Not so long as I draw breath. The people will never accept you as their leader so long as my heir lives."
The people shouldn't accept either of us.
Then he's going to, like, turn, scan down, look at Rizik. My son? Roku dead? How did this happen? I am the Fire Lord. I must find the Avatar. He's going to turn and look at Minghua. You could never be Fire Lord. Not so long as I draw breath.
I look extremely offended and take my Fire Lord body language.
Turns to Kakan. The people will never accept you. Not so long as my heir lives.
He is literally a broken record.
Going to turn
Me!
Going to turn back around to Nara. Treason! How dare you, General?
General.
I am the Fire Lord. You could never be the Fire Lord, not so long as I draw breath. You think you have defeated me? The people will never accept you, not so long as my heir lives.
I didn't get this far in school. Who is he?
He's going to continue this cyclical rambling.
Yira, who's he talking about with his heir?
Well, presumably Azulon.
So-
Oh yeah, the one Azula is named after.
Yeah, so for those of you who actually went to Fire Nation school, you would know this, and I did mention this earlier. Fire Lord Sozin had two sons. The eldest he named after his best friend, Roku, and then his second son was Azulon.
Wait, he had two sons?
He had two sons. I mentioned this way back when, during the prison break.
Oh, yeah.
Roku met an unfortunate end under mysterious circumstances while in battle.
Oh.
But then that meant that Azulon became the heir apparent,
Who is the one we've interacted with?
who is the one you have interacted with.
Oh,
Is it-
Muffin Man.
Yes, the Muffin Man.
Who killed your son?
My son? Roku. Dead? How did this happen?
He died in battle.
I am the Fire Lord! I must find the Avatar!
You and us both.
Doesn't matter how high up the chain of command you claw, General, you could never be Fire Lord. Not so long as I draw breath.
Ah, there it is.
Which, briefly looking over at one of our names, which general are you speaking to?
Going to turn, set eyes on Commander Sung, wander over to him. General Seckham, you dare challenge my authority? You forget your place. The people will never accept you, not so long as my heir lives. Sung just looks bewildered, confused, and like, what is going on?
So is he dead?
Actually, is he physical?
He is not physical.
Oh.
Yeah, as he like tries to poke Minghua in the chest, saying, "You could never be Fire Lord," his hand just kind of phases right through Minghua's chest.
And Mingwell's immediately just like, oh, yeah, okay. And relaxes.
Mm-hmm. Fire Lord Sozin, what year do you think it is?
What an impudent question. It is the year of Sozin 76, where we will finally have glorious victory over the other nations. And I will find the Avatar. I am the Fire Lord.
Wait, that's almost 40 years.
No, that's this year.
Oh, okay, that's this year.
The current year is the year of Sozin 76. The calendar...
he is recently dead.
This may have just happened.
Fire Lord, what is the last thing you recall? Some of your men have been conspiring against you.
Second, you could never be Fire Lord, not so long as I draw breath. You think the people will accept you? They will never accept you, not so long as my heir lives.
How recently did his son Roku die?
That'd be 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Well, but he still has... He has... His heir is actually a Zulong, right?
His heir is currently a Zulon, yes.
Would suspect potentially the Fire Lord had dementia before he passed.
The Spy Master is actually going to chime in.
How old is Osvalon right now?
I believe he's...
80s?
Yeah, he's pushing like 100, because when he became Fire Lord is when the calendar reset. So
Gotcha.
he's probably pushing 100.
Man, that has to suck if they reset their goddamn calendar every time a new, ruler gets into place.
I had to do the fucking math on this, so yeah, it does really suck.
A lot of ancient cultures actually did that.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
the Spy Master is actually going to turn to you guys and say he wasn't suffering from dementia last time I spoke to him. It's this fog. If you stay in it for too long, it starts to mess with your mind. Change your perception.
ERB.
Well, he's either projecting his consciousness to the spirit realm, or he's dead.
Seems
Meanwhile, just sticks an arm through the Fire Lord's chest to, super prove it.
Yeah, I mean, the Spy Master is going to say the last communication I heard said he was getting more sickly, but he had the best physicians in the nation tending to him.
Time finds everyone at some point.
It's the great equalizer.
But given what he's saying, I wouldn't suspect it was time that did him in.
I suspect not.
It sounds like what he's saying, that my father may be making a move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, out of everybody in your group, Sung seems like the most visibly shaken by this encounter.
Not surprised.
Also, as this is happening, he's gonna... you guys can, interject and ask a few questions, but from this point forward, you're kind of just gonna get the continuous loop. For those of you who have seen Korra, I am Zhao, the Moonslayer. That whole thing, you're getting a lot of that very similar.
Yeah, Mingwell's just gonna suggest moving on.
Yeah, I think we should just leave him.
All right, I'm
In
going...
normal cases, I would suggest exercising someone, putting them to a rightful death. You're as notably not suggesting that this time.
Yeah. The Spy Man, as you guys leave and he fades off, he's like, It's a cruel fate to be tormented for all eternity in this spirit. But
It is at least one just thing that has come of this.
there was true justice, most of us would end up in here. He's going to say as he turns and continues trudging forward.
Hero's just going to nod at that.
With that,
I'm curious if the Grandmaster has anything to say. Not that I want to roll his dice. But...
Yeah, no, the Grandmaster's just going to comment and say, for a man who's changed the world so much, for better in his own nation and for worse almost everywhere else, to see him in this state truly shows that time and karma will catch up with everyone. He's just going to kind of like shake his head. Like, he doesn't necessarily agree that this should be his fate, but at the same time, he's not going to actively try to alter it. Because he frankly doesn't know what to do.
Yep.
With that, I'm going to call for a 2-minute bio break because Izzy needs to pee, and then I believe Yira is the only one who hasn't rolled the d6 yet.
I mean, there's only one number left.
Well,
but...
I'll let you guys think about this now while I go pee. Yira, you may choose to roll until you get a 4, or you can choose just not to roll and get out of the fog. Choice is yours.
Okay, I'm going to choose to actually see what's going on.
I mean, it sounds like the more time we spend in the fog, the more chances we have of getting caught, but...
Mm-hmm. I mean, sure, but it's interesting.
Oh yeah, Izzy went to all the trouble putting all this together. Let's let him show off.
Mm-hmm. The problem is, someone... Okay, no, Yura would, even though she is probably not the right person to do it, see how Hotaru's doing.
Yeah, we do have some roleplay for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little... Well, I'm not going to initiate that conversation.
Oh, no, 100% Yura's going to eventually... Like, when it looks like Hotaru has calmed down at all, or at least is in a moment of being distracted by something, Yura's going to walk up. None of this is easy.
I know that.
Taru, I have a question for you. And it's one I really want you to think about. What you just saw. What do you think is just? And when time comes that you have the ability to do something, what do you want to do? There's a path in front of you that you're still barreling down. It's not exactly one I would wish for you, but it's your own choice to take it.
Alright, I return.
Glance over towards, the two relevant NPCs.
Okay. What's happening? I'm sorry, I just got back.
Yura and Hotaru are doing a roleplay thing.
Apologies.
Thought
Yeah.
I had this. Thought I had my anger under control. I guess it's just my lava bending. I know it's not his fault. I know he didn't know, but I look at him and he's everything. He's everything I could have been, both good and bad.
And I'm not going to ask you to forgive him that. Still have your anger. passion runs deep in... Well, passion runs deep in the Fire Nation as a whole. Anger is one facet of it. The reason why I ask you is, we're coming up on the end. Soon enough, we are in fact going to be, if I have anything to say about it, in a position where we will be able to decide what happens to Sekhem, what happens to your father.
And my anger wants both of them to boil in the crust of the earth.
Oh, they're both going to die. You all will have to stop me if you want to stop that from happening.
I don't know if I do, Yira. I'd have to think more on that. Think what I really just want. I don't want Kresh or my father to be able to do to anyone else what they've done to me and others.
The reason why I ask, Kotaro, not all deaths are equal. I don't want to see you with more blood on your hands, but more so than almost anyone else, you are one of the people most wronged by both of them. And I think that if we're going to have even a march from justice, it ought be you and perhaps Han who has the greatest say in what happens.
I'll think about it. It was surprising to see him here. I wasn't expecting it.
Surprising to everybody. I thought he was an apparition here to test you at first.
I don't know if I failed that test or not. I suppose I didn't melt the other half of his face, so that's a good sign.
It's a good sign indeed. Anger can give you power, and you have more than enough reason to be angry.
I think I just need to cool down for a little. And even before I talk to him, I'll talk to Yuki. I didn't want her to hear all that. I wasn't ready for her to hear all that.
She's probably going to hear that and then some about what has happened, but just slight side for this. Utaru, if you're going to use your anger, make sure you're riding it.
Like I said, I didn't melt him. I consider that progress.
You're going to get a nod at that one.
Like I said, I just need to think and cool down a little.
You should.
I really just want to get out of this fog.
Don't we all, but...
That seems like
You shouldn't just... For what thinking, from what you said you wish upon them, you shouldn't stain your soul with that.
With that, I'm going to ask, did you want to make that roll now, Yira, or did you want to just get out of the fog?
I'm gonna see what you have left for us in that last roll.
Okay. Do you actually want to roll it, or do you just want it to happen? It's the only one left.
It's roll a d6 until we get the thing.
Let's roll a d6 until you get a 4, or just say, I eventually roll a 4.
Oh no, I want to see how long it takes.
Wow.
A second
That was
roll.
fast.
Is everybody back?
But Kenzie doesn't seem to be. Is Kenzie here?
Ziggy, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sean?
Yeah.
I'm here. I have to take the trash out, so I'm on mute. I'm
Okay.
listening though.
Good. So as you are all continuing down, the Spymaster is going to be telling you that once again, like the entrance to the nexus towards the material world should be around here any minute now. But as you keep moving forward on and on, the fog that is surrounding you guys is continuing to get thicker and thicker to the point where you can't even see the person in front of you. After a few steps, Rizik and Kakan, you're going to both kind of bump into Hope. Just going to kind of look up at you, say, Papa, tired. And Hope is just gonna kind of keel over, right at Kakan's feet. And this blue energy is just going to kind of, like a shell, is just going to kind of crack and shatter that was surrounding your group as she does so.
Wait, what?
Oh, fuck.
Wait, what?
Like a blue force field as she keels over is going to shatter and crack.
Oh, was she protecting us?
She was
I
protecting.
think she was.
So, you're all at the top. This is your final round of yellow. I'm going to just go through this. Who would like to go first?
Do we know where we're going?
I'm going to tell you what you're going to do as soon. But who wants to go first? Who wants to be the guinea pig?
I'll go first.
All right, Rizik. So again, as is what I love to do, guys. Because of Hope, you're all feeling a connection. So what one of you is feeling right now, you're all feeling. Rizik, as you look around, you feel the encroachment of the fog on your senses, like it pressing in on all directions. And in this moment, you're thinking about everything that's happened to you in your life. Rizik, in this moment, what is your single greatest fear?
Uh-oh.
That I'll never be able to undo the damage that I unknowingly did.
Okay.
That I'll never be able to do something that makes up for all that contributed to all that I did that contributed to so much death.
Okay. Who would like to go next? I'm just marking.
I'll go.
Hotaru, same question. What do you feel in this moment, considering everything that has happened in your life? What is actually your greatest fear?
That there's something broken in me that makes me the monster that Kresh wanted and Sakam wanted me to be. And that, regardless of what happens, I'm broken on some level that I can't fix, and I'm just going to hurt the world and people around me.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Okay. So
Same question.
Same question, Minghua. At this point, what is Minghwa's greatest fear? What is it that you are so scared of?
That Crush is going to win. That whatever it is he's trying to do, even if I still don't understand the shape of it, that we're not going to be able to stop him.
Okay. Who would like to go next?
I should go last for this.
All right. Ziggy or Nara?
I'll go.
Okay. Kakan? Same question. What is the thing that is plaguing Kakan's mind right now?
That my home and the people in it will whether they win or lose this war, will come at the cost of its soul.
Okay. Nara or Yira?
Unless Nara has a reason to, I'll claim last pick.
Kenzie's currently still muted, so I'm assuming she... Oh, never mind. Kenzie?
Bingo.
Nara, what is it you are most...
My thing is loneliness. Terrified of being alone.
Yeah.
Hello?
I heard it. Yeah, and as you're feeling that fear, it's kind of like pushed away from you, Nara, and in your head you hear, "Don't worry, Kit. I'm here. I've got
good.
you." And,
Yay.
And last up, Yira. What are you
This
afraid
one?
of? Yep.
Pretty simple. Yira's greatest fear is basically just herself back in that commander's uniform.
So haunted by the past.
No. It's as she is now.
Doesn't trust herself with power anymore.
Not in the slightest. But also, finding her way back into that mindset and that state.
Okay. So, as you all look around thinking about these fears, and in a sense, like the more you think about them, it almost seems as though your fears are starting to manifest around you, to the point where not only is it stressing you out, but you are visibly shaking with the notion that the thing that you fear the most is an inevitability. It is coming to pass. Hell, it isn't coming to pass. It has happened. And as the fog encroaches in on you, you feel that there's no escaping from this. This isn't your future. This is your present. This is something that will forever haunt you, that will never be undone. And as your minds begin to blank and you forget who's around you and where you are, and there's just a lack of clarity around you, you hear a voice. And as you hear that voice, it seems to snap your senses, and you were able to push these fears away briefly, because this voice you recognize is a much more immediate threat that you all will need to band together with. And as we jump into the first stage of red, that voice you hear echoing through you all, as your fears are still kind of surrounding you, you hear, "So, you traveled all the way to the spirit world to finish me off, did you?"
Oh, look, we found her.
Another glowworm?
The voice, the clarity, you see the shrinking form in the fog. Who did we just lose? We lost Kenzie.
Oh, she's back.
Up, back.
Sorry.
Victory.
There we are. Yeah, as I lost my train of thought. As soon as you hear that voice, everybody's attention seems to snap. And it's not like you're, solo dealing with your fears again. You've dealt with this threat before, and you dealt it as a group, and you take some solace in knowing that through thick and thin you have all been together for some time. And the fog parts ever so slightly, and you see this shrunken little bit of slime. Probably the size, smaller than Nara, just kind of sitting in a puddle, trying to regain its strength, hidden away in this fog.
Mingwall is going to kind of look to the rest of the party for permission, but is going to move to pick up Hope and then start moving towards Mother Glowworm.
I'm gonna give permission there and just say,
Out of character. Mother Glowworm, we've come to bargain.
yeah, we have not come to fight you. We came to bring back a child that you lost.
We found the orb.
Lies. No mortal would try to help a spirit.
Mingwall is gently
Kakan's gonna lift
cradling
up
Hope
the.
and is cautiously walking forwards.
Okay. So I
I
heard
mean, I still have the goo, right?
the goo is inside you.
I mean, Hope's goo.
Oh, Hope is just. No, Hope is the goo. You would have some snot around.
Gotcha.
Okay,
You were
I have a statement. Someone else should make a statement first.
Mother Glowworm. We fought you to defend ourselves. You were, at the end of the day, you were just a mother trying to get back her child. Even if we're human, we can relate to that.
Going to look at you with that one big green eye and say, my influence is lost on you mortals. Most of you don't understand what kindness is anymore. Or hold any...
Mingwall is just going to kind of shuffle awkwardly to catch attention.
Yeah, going to redirect her eyeball there. None of you understand the true strength of family bonds.
Mingwall the nanny squints slightly at that.
Maybe.
I perk up at family bonds.
Yeah, no, perking up, very much not looking at you, Minghua, until you started shuffling, but very much pointedly looking at Hotaru, who's the one talking.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not wrong. Family has been a problem for me my whole life.
Yeah,
But-
Mingwall, if Mother Glowworm seems to be tensing up or readying an attack, Mingwall will immediately
But
pause.
She has no energy. She can't. She's
But-
In
she.
that case, Mingwall will gently deposit Hope a meter away
But-
from Mother Glowworm, and then sign, she shielded us getting this far. She's very kind.
And I may not know what it is to know family bonds, but I know I've always wanted them. And I'm not, like to think I'm not so much a monster that I don't want to see another family broken like mine. I'd rather what happened to me never happen to anyone else. I'd rather a child not be separated from their parent.
And with that, Hope is just going to kind of stir a little bit. Look up at you, Hotaru. Then look over at Mother Glowworm and just say, Mama?
Mingwall will retreat to give them a bit more space.
And yeah,
Yep.
the accordion head is just going to kind of stretch out and nuzzle the green goo for a bit. And if an eyeball could look both shocked and surprised, looking from Hope to all of you, and then back. No mortal has ever shown me this level of kindness before.
Mingwall's just going to say, we're very sorry. We didn't know. And we tried to fix it. We wanted to fix it the instant we learned.
I'm sorry for the suffering you've been through.
Yeah, she's got one of those, like, looks in her eye. The motherly stare of both overjoyed at the fact of, finally having their baby returned to them. She's just going to look at you all and say, "Thank you. Maybe you humans are worth keeping around, after all." There is some kindness left in this world. Here I thought it was gone several hundred years ago.
Why that long?
When you lose everyone, your child, your partner.
Right, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was.
I'd forgotten just how long the gap
It's
was.
like 4 avatars ago now.
Yeah, that first lived forever.
Avatar Kyoshi, yeah, and she lived to be old as fuck.
Yeah.
No, you guys are looking, from the knowledge 3.5, 4 centuries.
Ugh.
Yeah. So she's had time to, like, fester and grow hatred.
I mean, I was going to ask, like, Kuruk was told that your egg was a weapon. Do you know who told him that?
I don't know. All I know is he was an arrogant man who thought he could do no wrong. And he got his just desserts.
Yeah, Ko ate him.
No. Ko ate the one he cared the most about, because he took the one we cared most about from us.
Right, that's what I remember.
I hope, maybe we can end this cycle of revenge and child killing with this.
Mingwell's just going to kind of look over his shoulder at Hotaru and say, "Hey, do you think Kresh was behind that, too?"
I'll be behind what specifically?
Kuruk thinking that it's a weapon.
I think maybe.
Possible, but
There's a lot Kretsch has been engineering.
Dudunch.
Yeah.
Mother Gloam will look at you, and again, this doesn't erase centuries of the pain and suffering that I have endured.
I know.
But as an act of good faith and kindness moving forward, she's going to look up and whistle loudly and say, "You may freely pass through the fogs."
Mingwell will thank her profusely for that.
Thank you.
Yup.
And hopefully we can at least, we can't prevent what happened, but hopefully we can at least set your, what would you call it, a mate? Would that be the correct word here?
Partner.
Father-
Partner.
we can at least maybe make sure that your partner's body is put to rest.
Mm-hmm.
It's not his body I'm ever concerned about. It's his manifestation.
You're going to have to explain that, then.
When a spirit dies, what their aspects of fade from this world. Both the spirit world and the mortal world have had atrocious family units. Lousy fathers, no sense of correct upbringing or inheritance.
Oh, this answers so many questions about my life.
Yeah.
Those are-
Funny how it all fucking ties together, right?
There's so many questions about that ability that some people have that we're not talking about because we don't know it in universe.
But she's going to look at Kakan and Rizik specifically. But I do believe his aspects are being rekindled. Much like that of the progenitor, who we all thought lost, but has been reborn time and time again as the bridge between both worlds.
My eyes go
I
wide.
was
I'm
going
like,
to ask if Mother Glowworm knows where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Who, are you asking about the Avatar, or are you asking about...
Yes.
I assume that's who the progenitor is.
The progenitor,
Yeah.
the progenitor's spirit was linked to the Avatar, yes. Where she is, I do not know. I've had a single focus. But you two, again looking at Kakan and Rizik, within you both holds something that has been lost to the world for a long time. One of you will grow stronger in it as the other grows weaker. And then you will become the avatar of my partner.
They gotta fight Highlander style now.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
Out of
What
character.
happens to the other one?
Out of
then?
character.
Yeah. What will happen to the other?
They will just grow lesser until they lose his aspects altogether. And then when his spirit is refused, in a sense he will be reborn in every lifetime. And you will become new avatars. A new avatar. But not of one of light and balance, but one of inheritance and birthright.
Yeah, Mingwell's just going to, like... Go ahead.
Does that only happen... Mother Glowworm, does that only happen with ancient spirits like yourself?
This would be only the second time I've heard of this happening.
I can't say I'm that excited about that prospect. Birthright and inheritance are terms that the Fire Nation has used to justify a lot of wrongdoing.
Yeah, but that means you're the one who gets to start redefining them, right?
It means you're the one who gets to put them on the better path.
Congratulations, Rizik. You get responsibility.
I'm going to call you Papa Kakan.
Yeah, it's either Rizik or Kakan right now.
Right.
And honestly, this is going to be... We're going to see how the rest of this game plays out to determine where this ultimately happens.
One of you is a sort of new avatar.
Sort of. Yeah. I don't exactly know what maintaining inheritance and fatherhood means, but
I think how you handle the situation with Crash and Sakan is going to determine that.
Yeah, Mingwell's also going to apologize for continuing to bother Mother Glowworm, but is going to ask if she knows anything about the mess with the tree in the center of the spirit world.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good question to ask.
I do not. All I know is the spirit of disorder's seeds have escaped from that tree in the past. When I went to the mortal plane, hoping to reclaim my joy, he was still locked away. After you defeated me, I returned here to safety, and he was gone.
Wait a minute. How long had you been on the mortal plane? Not very, right?
Not very long.
Well, I guess we know where they went to attack, and it wasn't the Northern fucking Water Tribe.
They came here.
They came here. Well, we still got information by asking that, but
Mother
also
Glow,
seeds of disorder. That's totally the deck of many things, isn't it?
yes, it is.
yeah,
Okay, that's what I thought.
Mother Glowworm, how does one deal with these seeds of disorder if they found them safely?
Use them.
No.
Mm.
Disorder is just as important to the world as a balance and order is.
See?
Nature doesn't follow it follows set rules. There's the order there, but it grows wild and free. Locking something away for too long just makes the other side grow stronger. And if there's too much light, not enough darkness, there is no balance. And vice versa is also true. These seeds were an attempt to bring the balance back to center.
So it was easier to set free because it had been locked away so long?
I don't know.
No. Right. Unless anyone has anything else, I don't think we should bother her anymore.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Again, I hope this is at least a start.
It is a step in the right direction. After a few hundred years or so, I'm sure the world will be set back on the right course.
We'll do what we can to help with that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Onward.
So, as you guys can depart from Mother Glowworm, the fog seems to part slightly from in front of you guys, giving you more of a visible eye line to where you want to ultimately end up going. And the Spymaster is eventually going to bring you to little nook under a tree within the canyon. He's going to...
this is not going to be a fun fit for me, is it?
Think like the Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole. It will be as big as you need it to be.
Okay. Oh, good. I won't.
So what you're saying is Ming-Hua has to get it caught at least twice because it'll be funny.
No, I do not want to Winnie the Pooh this.
And yet now it's happening.
I'll take it.
So yeah, he too is going to look at you guys and say, "We're here. This should lead us into the Forgetful Valley. Are you all ready?"
Big wall shrugs.
I think as ready as we can be, and I'd like to get out of the spirit world.
Indeed. We've had quite enough of this place.
No, we have our new companions with us too, right?
So the Airbending Master, Song, is going to, since you guys were able to get him out of the fog, he is going to look around and tell you that he is going to remain in the spirit world looking for more airbenders, but that he is sure you all will run into him again. And he's especially going to look over at Han, longing for a conversation that he's not sure if it will ever come or not. But
We'll have to revisit this location later.
yeah, he said he'll be relatively nearby if you come through this portal again.
Yeah, I'm assuming the commander is taking the free ride out, but may or may not stay with us.
The commander is definitely taking the free ride out, yeah. As are the rest of the NPCs you guys have paid for.
Mm-hmm.
So as you all, the Spymaster is going to draw runes in his blood into the ground yet again. And
I will take notes yet again.
Actually, Rizik, just for the hell of it, I want you to make me an overcome. You can use your new power and otherworldly mythos.
Okay. I think Principle of Discovery applies.
It does.
Oh,
Izzy,
Yes.
What status are we in?
You guys are presently in red.
I want to see what happens if I project to the other side while this is happening this way.
Would you like to use a collection? Yep.
Yes.
I will absolutely use a collection on that.
I was talking to Rizik. Let me deal with Rizik first. Okay, so Rizik, since you got an 8, you succeed. You've seen this twice now. You understand the basics and the symbols, and you've taken good notes. You probably need to see this one more time, but then you will be able to do this by yourself.
Okay.
Actually, no, I take that back. You can do this by yourself now, because you did get a complete success. This is, if you guys want to keep the Spy Master around after this point, you have to pay for him. Otherwise, you can now do this. Yira, roll me a overcome, please.
Sure. I have no principle for this because we haven't traded those out yet. One minute. Well, that's rude. So that's that first. Reroll.
That's a 3. Would you like to fail, or would you like to succeed?
I'd like to spend a collection to succeed.
Succeed with an 8? Okay.
Again, this is mostly... You're still curious, what does meditating out of the spirit world look like and feel like?
So, very similar to the last time, you end up ahead of time, in a dense jungle. The difference here is, if you try to wander around and try to leave this jungle, eventually you hit a barrier that you can't get out of.
Okay, so I cannot wander too far from where my form is on the other side.
You cannot wander past where there is a spiritual conflux that the Nexus has attached in the mortal realm without a body.
Okay.
But yeah, as per last time, there's a portal that opens up, and in a blinding flash of bluish-white energy, you all will suddenly appear in a misty jungle form. And Yira, much like the last time, the same kind of color palette transitions you can watch, even though to everybody else it's an instantaneous binding flash that happens in a snap.
Actually, Izzy, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I bend in the mortal realm? Or interact with things physically?
While you're projecting?
Yep.
No. You are a ghost.
Okay.
When your body catches back up to you, you can again.
Yep. No, that checks out. Just wanted to be sure.
Yep. Okay.
Actually, sorry, I just thought, weren't we looking for the Mother of Faces who would be in the spirit world? And that's...
No, I thought she was...
We determined she's in the valley.
She's
Oh,
in the
right,
Red
right.
Valley.
Yep. Nope, that's me out of character being dumb.
Yep. All right. So as you all end up getting dumped into this jungle, you're looking around, and the Spy Master is trying to look high in the sky, and saying, "The Mother of Faces always frequents this valley during the solstices. And it appears as though the sun is at its zenith right now." Someone make me an awareness check, please.
I will.
Okay.
Sure.
I will help Hotaru by giving her a much higher post to look around from.
Sure.
Are we still in red?
You're still in red.
Yes.
Can anyone boost me for this? Because red is real good.
Okay,
Take a +2 boost, Hotaru.
Cool. +2 boost, and I'm gonna, because we have him left, I'm gonna collection to get to 10.
Sure.
So I have a 12.
Sure. So someone else can boost Yira. 1 boost out of combat per person, guys.
There's
That's a
my
big
good,
boost.
there's my good fucking roll.
+3 for you, Yira.
Great. 12 is where we hit super success, right?
And both of you got there.
Nice.
Well, no, there was no collection there. You got a 10.
Right, brain good.
No, I got a +3.
Yes, so you got a 10. 7 plus 3 is 10.
Izzy, I was going to ask, principle of the Nomad for, like, I've actually wandered around random ass places to identify them.
Again, I did specify this last time. I am demanding you guys call principles. I will let you collection this, though.
Sure, I'll collection it because we're about to end anyway.
Yeah, okay, that's a 13 then. Hotaru, what did you get total?
12.
12. I'm assuming you also threw a collection at it then?
I did, yep.
Okay. All right, so you both got hyper successes, which is great. First thing you're gonna notice is the dense jungle.
Yep.
You can kind of like see it's kind of high up on like a cliffside where you entered this from. And if you're looking off towards the edge, you see this little town with little campfires and whatnot smoking. And it seems like there are people wandering around in a little bit of a state of panic.
Only a little panic, though.
Slight panic.
It looks like the kind of thing where like they've been panicking for a while, so now the panic has kind of degraded a little bit to less of a panic, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Still seems bad.
Still seems bad. Opposite, looking farther into the jungles of the Forgetful Valley, you see this enormous creature. Wide-brimmed hat with a veil draping over her. Through the veil, you see not one, not two, but 3 faces. Each like masks hovering away from her head and constantly rotating around her. Wearing a large, flowing, ethereal gown made of the water vapor and mists from this jungle. She's just kind of roaming between the trees.
I'm going to assume that's the Mother of Faces.
The Spy Master will confirm that that is in fact the Mother of Faces.
I'm going to ask him, how do we approach her?
It would help if we got her attention.
Is there a proper way to get her attention?
He's going to say if you would like to offer incense or something.
I will absolutely use Principle of Fire and offer traditional Fire Nation things.
Mm-hmm.
8 is good enough for this.
Okay. As you do so, one of the masks that is circling around her head kind of opens its eyes from the back of her head, looks at you, and she turns and starts to make her way over to you. And you see these long, thin limbs and like almost claw-like fingers approaching. And it appears as though her body itself is almost made out of the bark of a tree. And the spiraling mists are forming the dress that is constantly changing. And as she gets closer, you can see within the mists that kind of radiate around her are these faces, blue and ethereal, almost like they're made from either water dew or ice or spirits that are just hovering around her body. And she is going to approach you and say, "Welcome to my valley, mortals. You've proven most brave and diligent to have entered here on the solstice. And as is my custom, I will offer aid or grant but one wish per person." That's what she looks like if you guys are curious.
What's that from?
That's from the comics.
Yeah, it's from the comics.
She is a real character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's going to look at each of you and say, "To each mortal who ventures into my valley on this most auspicious of times, I will impart one wish. If you wish for me to change or alter your identity or appearance, it shall be done. If you wish for a boon within my power, I will make it so. But, fair warning, for each of you is an individual that can make their own choices. Make your wish carefully. For once you have uttered it, there is no going back."
She monkey's paw.
Sounds like.
Is this where we're finishing session, is he?
If you guys have any immediate questions for me, the DM, or for her that are not your wishes,
Will she answer questions independently of wishes themselves?
if the questions are answered as wishes.
Okay, so we either get a wish or a question.
Correct. By the way, I'm only letting you guys do this for the PCs. The NPCs are getting their own shit.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Yep. I'll be right back. I have to buy a break.
Oh no, that means Hotaru's brother gets shit.
He's not actually a bad guy.
He isn't.
No, he's not, but given his current mental state, the fact that he gets this kind of power right here is
shit. But Nara can wish for anything.
No.
Fudge.
Well, I mean,
I will.
There is actually a wish we could use for Nara.
I will state again, any mortal may make but one wish upon me during the solstice.
Mortal.
My child, do not lie to me.
What are you talking about? I'm immortal.
Don't worry about it, Nara. We can talk about it later.
I want my wish.
What are you talking about?
Actually, she's then going to turn to Minghua and say, "Great Elder,
what?
You have already had your wish."
What?
Minghua's going to say,
"Yep."
What?
I don't understand.
Sorry,
I think I forgot some stuff.
It makes sense that you do not remember. Your identity was changed, both mentally and physically.
Oh no.
From what?
Yep.
Just explains a few things.
Sorry.
Yep, I guess this a while ago.
What does it fucking wish?
I guess this a while ago.
I'm sorry, do you wish to know more about that? She says, looking at Kakan.
Not if that counts as the wish.
Wait, are we doing this game?
That's where I was going to cut it right now, but I'm giving you guys warning. If you ask a question to her, that will be your wish.
No, I'm not considered a fucking mortal. What the shit?
Reasons.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
All right.
Bullshit.
All right. So I think that is where we are going to end session.
We really need to not have anyone miss next section, don't we?
You really don't. I already know what most of your NPCs are going to be wishing for.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what NPCs.
Wait, so is it one collective wish from the group or one from each person?
One per
valid player.
One per
Gotcha.
Valid player. What the shit?
You and I are not valid players.
So here's the question: Do Nora and Bazu count as separate people?
Bazu is by definition not mortal.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just said Nara is not valid.
Yeah.
Nora is not valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she said mortal, and Bazu's not mortal. Bazu's a spirit.
Bazu's not mortal. Yeah.
Wait, you said Nara. Did you mean Nara or Bazu?
Nara and Minghua do not get wishes next session. You guys may help them word other wishes, but they do not get it. You guys have you guys have 5 wishes between the party. That is me being incredibly generous.
Yeah, Izzy thought about this in advance. It was like, I cannot let Kenzie wish for fucking anything she wants.
No, Kenzie. That's not why I'm doing.
Side effect.
Kenzie, that's not why I'm doing this. I promise you, you will get something next session. It's just not a wish that you're asking for.
Uh-oh!
Oh no.
I
don't
mean,
know.
We really need
that.
everyone
I
next
think we
session.
all know what this is, except
Yeah.
for Kenzie.
Except for Kenzie.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
No, you don't.
So, guys,
okay.
what are we calling this session?
Welcome to Silent Hell.
Getting misty-eyed.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Getting misty-eyed. And let's see, according to my notes, you guys got 3 hero points.
I can't buy my thing.
I throw the 3 of them at Thomas.
Oh, no, wait.
Shirt.
I'm sorry. 4. Rizik,
Oh, okay.
Rizik also used 1.
I'm assuming I need to repurchase the Grandmaster even though I never used him?
Yeah, that didn't have
If you purchase him again, you will have 2 uses of him.
Oh, okay. I'll note that down because I will be doing that.
Yeah. It's also a reason for him to because he's counting as a contact, which means anytime you roll something you don't like, lore as a reaction. Actually, I don't even think it's a reaction.
I have it written down.
Yeah, you can just roll those 3 dice, and that supersedes whatever your roll was, even after you know the result of your roll.
Yep. Within reason, there are certain circumstances
Yes.
where I can and cannot do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I've got that in the notes section of my sheet. Oh, and I still haven't used Bazu's Knuckles.
Yeah.
We haven't used any of the spirit.
Oh
weapons.
man, I could have used them on the Rattata.
That is not true. I have, in fact, used the spirit sword.
Yeah, that is true. You could have punched the Rattata with the knuckles, and something.
And Izzy's just like, oh my god, because he
It
knows
made
what
me
would have
very
happened.
proud.
I know exactly what would have happened.
I would have been so proud.
All right, let's see. Nope, it's in the question. All right, Rizik, what did you learn?
Confirmations of theories have had out of character, learning things already knew in character. There's a couple of things that did learn, but you kind of discussed some of this stuff out of character already.
Yeah, fair enough. Alrighty, what do you want to know more about?
What Crush's end goals are, and confirmation of who he is.
Interesting. And where do you think this is going?
Lots of reveal / more confirmation of theories have had out of character, some of which can give out of character if people want. Like, I'm pretty sure I know what the deal with Meanwhile is.
Very, very fair. All right. Kakan, what did you learn?
Kakan learned that he might be the new Avatar?
Yes, in fact, you are a new avatar.
Might be a new Avatar.
What do you want to know?
I mean, really, it sounds like you just added a second Avatar cycle to the world.
Yeah.
Of
Kind
a
of.
different aspect.
I mean that alone is pretty game changing. Yeah.
What do you want to know more about?
Definitely, what does Kresh gain from all this? What is the point?
Oh, that's depending on what you guys do next session, you may or may not find the answer to that one.
Yeah,
We
I
need to
know.
plan these wishes very carefully, gang.
Yeah.
I will warn you guys, if she doesn't have the information, she will give you as much as she knows. She is not, by any stretch, omnipotent. Fair warning.
She is not.
Fair
Wish would
warning.
still be you.
If she can't give the answer, do we get another wish?
No, she will answer to the best of her ability. That's why you get 5 total.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was assuming that would be how it worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
where do you think it's
what's
going?
going to happen next? It's going to be wishes. I wish we knew that earlier.
Snaps
That
her.
was
Snaps
Probably
her.
along the lines of what I would have done.
Yeah, wishes go so well in our games.
Yeah.
Actually, she would snap her fingers and say, "I'm sorry, I am not the spirit of time." All right, Hotaru, what did you learn?
Crush is way more manipulative than I thought, even all things considered.
Okay. What do you want to know more about?
The Avatar, Crush's plan, the Spirit of Chaos, Bazu, so many things!
So
You know
many.
about
One,
Bazu.
two,
You don't have to
three,
keep fucking
four.
asking about Bazu.
Well, from what you just
No,
listened...
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what Bazu is, or at least I have a theory about it.
Type that to me, please.
Will do.
And where do you think this is going?
Nara's going to cry, and it's probably going to be my fault.
It's definitely
What?
going to be your fault.
No, it's gonna be Dan's.
It'll be Dan's fault.
That's right.
Dan's not going to pull the trigger, and then I'm going to have to do it.
Oh no, if no one wants to, I'll definitely do it.
That's going to like guarantee you become the spirit, the avatar of fatherhood, making
I
those
probably
tough
will.
decisions.
You usurp Mom's position as father.
It's about time you and I had a talk.
Yes, Papa Kakan.
All
You
right,
might have noticed.
Minghua, what did you learn?
Well, at least there's 100% undisputable proof that I used to be something else, though I was already pretty sure of that from the missing memories bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you the Avatar?
What do you want to know
No,
more
I'm
about?
not. If Izzy makes me the Avatar, I'm gonna fucking scream, because we're already pretty sure that he too's the Avatar.
Is he?
What is Kresh's angle, and why is he doing this?
I love how that you guys. I'm gonna say in character this week. I'm just gonna put this here.
We got the answer to a good amount of what his angle is.
Well, like we
don't know why he's doing
We
any
know
of this.
more pieces of his plan, but like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why
we
is
don't
this what
know-
he's pushing for?
Yeah, we don't know why Kresh did this in
What
the first
is he
place.
the spirit of?
What is he after?
Good questions. Good questions. I love all these questions. And
Believing he's not a spirit.
and where do you think this is going, Minghua?
At least one of us will be like Tropius and have regrets. Kenzie might finally learn why we keep yelling about Nora.
Maybe. Kenzie, do you really want us to be yelling about you?
Depends on the situation.
All right, Yira, what did you learn?
Oh,
Kenzie.
Yeah.
So much more about Mother Glowworm, and also the former Fire Lord. Also, Rizk and Khan are competing over being Avatar. Well, new Avatar. We're not sure yet.
Fair. What do you want to know more about?
Spirit shit. Also, where the Dark Avatar spirit is. Also, come to think of it, how did they kill the Fire Lord that he wound up here?
You should add that to your question list, and maybe it'll come up.
I mean,
That's
I'm
not what
assuming
you're
that-
going to use for a question on.
I mean,
Or
my
her
guess
with-
is that, the doctors were treating him. Whoops.
And
That's the other part. How did he wind up where he did?
I mean, Kresh kicked the commander here,
I'm telling you, I still think.
and he's not the only dead thing to wind up there.
Mm-hmm.
and where do you think this is going, Yira?
Monkey's Paw, poor life choices, and drama.
Fair. Nara, what did you learn?
I'm not mortal?
What do you want to know more about?
Why the fuck am I not considered mortal?
And where do you think this is going?
I have no fucking idea at this point. Avatar? Question mark?
Yeah, I love how last week a lot of your guys was like, we need to find the Avatar to fix all these problems. And I'm like, the Avatar is the friends you've made along the way.
That's
Clearly.
partially true at this
I
point.
mean,
Yeah.
again, I'm still assuming that it's he too, but
My guess is he too as well, for reasons that can go over later.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you guys have gotten some more answers to the, pile of questions that you have for this game. And assuming you guys are diligent, word things carefully, and ask the right questions,
we won't.
you could...
We definitely won't.
You should be able to find the next two sessions enlightening. Also, I have a final question for all of you. Obviously, I'm assuming you're going to want to do wishes first thing next week.
Yes.
You guys also might want to plot out, where do you want to go after that? Do you want to make your jaunt over to Ember Island, or do you want to go back into the Nexus?
I mean,
Is
from
Is it going to be
from
the
the
Lord
sound
of
of
the
it,
Spirit Realm?
from the sound of it, Kresh had packed up his Ember Island lab, right?
He had taken all of his important stuff with him that he was actively working on. You know that much.
Yeah.
If there is,
they'll potentially give us clues.
I say, Izzy, I'm sorry to say you've doomed yourself. All of that will rely on what the hell the wishes result in.
We can still give him what our current most likelies are.
Oh, yeah.
I think with knowledge, the plan is start moving towards dealing with Crash, right?
Yeah, but based on what we know now, we can still give Izzy, okay, these are like our 3 or 5 most likely options. And then refine from there.
I mean, I guess Ember Island if we want to find clues. Back to the spirit world if we want to confront Crash quicker.
He's not necessarily still there, but it would also. But more importantly, it's a good option for fast travel if we do need to go somewhere else.
Well, exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, quicker, doi.
Yeah.
I do not have the points to buy the Spy Master, but I might recommend someone buys the Spy Master.
I've already bought the Grandmaster, so I don't have the points.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm debating buying the Spy Master.
I currently have Arashi right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, again, you guys can figure it out. I will be nice. I will let you guys buy your sidekicks and contacts after you make your wishes next week.
Thank you. That's very generous. I'm concerned.
Yes, thank you.
Should we brainstorm what wishes we need to make?
Potentially, we can do that in character or whatever one we've used for strategizing before.
Yep, I already made you guys a little pocket thing to market.
Alright, so bedtime.
Yep. Alright, everybody. Well, hope you had a good time. This was session 37, Getting Misty-Eyed. Everybody say good night to the recording.
Good night,
Good
recording.
Recording.
Good night.